right, not much to really jump into today. Um, if you'll notice already, I am not logged in on my main character. I'm on my this is my Omega alt, so it's on the same account as my Omega account. Actually, my Alpha alt is now Omega alt as well for at least the next 7 days. Make sure you go through, get that free Omega for 7 days. PSA, right? We all need to do that. Hello, Heretical. How are you doing today, sir? Interesting weekend, man. Uh, very interesting weekend. Have to say that's why I'm doing PI today, right? We're just gonna go through and we're gonna check out some PI. Actually, I guess we should just for grins kind of show you what the plan is. Let's go to here, go to the PI tool. You got it popped up right there. Let's go ahead and do this. Um, there we go. So, essentially, we do have this guy set up for PI. We actually have way more planets than I thought we would have. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. But we're only going to use 2 today. Now, just because we have 4 doesn't mean we have to use 4. This is really expensive to get it set up, but it's kind of something that passively runs through the background all the time. But you don't want to just go through and do all of this willy-nilly. You do want to plan ahead. This is a very, very awesome tool. It's the PI tool for Evil. And we are interested in making guidance systems. I want to do Tech 2 drones. I need guidance systems. Don't worry so much about how much it sells for. If you want to do something that just sells for a lot, you can plan accordingly. It does tell you general prices here, what things are going for. Guidance systems don't sell for a whole lot, but Tech 2 drones sell like crazy. So you're definitely going to sell more Tech 2 drones than you will general guidance systems. We'll say that. All right. That being said, I want to do guidance systems. I know that's what I want. So that means I need transmitters and water cooled CPUs. I've already planned this out, so I already know I'm going to go ahead and do a storm planet so that I can do the water cooled CPUs. And I already know I'm going to do a lava planet so I could get my transmitters, right? And those two put together will allow me to do these guidance systems. Willy-nilly is your only organizational structure. Yeah, you really have to plan well, right? This isn't. I mean, you can tear it all down and start it back up. I've done it a few times just to get a bit more production, but that's after I've made some money, right? Made some money doing this. All right, we are gonna jump back in to the game mode. All right. We don't have the blur on the screen today because we don't need it. We absolutely do not need it. I'm in Jita, so hopefully things. This is crazy. Let's just get what we need. let's get what we need and get the hell out of Jita if we can. I don't know if we can get out of Jita. I didn't even think about that yet. Uh-oh. Okay, so we don't have... well, maybe if I spell it right. If you spell it right, we should have... Storm Command Center, because we do want to do a Storm Planet. It should only be 80,000. These are all player people doing this. This is... Okay, we aren't going to buy this. 364 days. That is... Alright, well, it's a little bit more than 80. We'll buy... Everything in Jita is not NPC. This is 2 jumps. Here's 1 jump. Kind of want to... We'll go ahead and take this one. It's 1 jump. So let's buy this. Buy. And I want a lava. This kid isn't gonna blow me up. It's fine. I have nothing he wants. Right? Absolutely nothing. That's why we're doing PI. Right? We don't have to worry about anything. And sorry about the temporary streaming setup right now. I'm moving next weekend, so yeah, we just look at blank walls. Everything's very temporary. Lava. And a lava command center. If we could get one in the same place, which we can, go ahead and buy that. I hope I could fit two. This guy's not perfectly set up for indie, but oh well. We'll just do what we can do. If we have to make a couple trips, we will. Let's go. Let's get out of here. I have no idea what Jita looks like this morning. I haven't even been out of the station. See what happens. What could go wrong, right? Alright. Ooh, Kaldari. Jump.
Warp drive active.
And I wish I could say me, myself, and my corporation are totally innocent of all this. Now, this guy's not in a corp. He's fine. He's just an NPC. My main corp, I don't know. They may or may not have something to do with this TTT stuff. I choose you. I may have noticed that we're all at war with all these people this morning. Yeah, exactly. Let it burn. But I'm on an NPC, guy, so I'm completely innocent. My corp is completely innocent. Everything to do with that. No, nothing. Sergeant Schultz here. But yeah, let that shit burn. Let's go. I don't know where the hell this is at, to tell you the truth. Let's just dock.
Warp drive active.
I'm hoping I could fit two of these in here. They can be kind of large. Kind of large. I have to lube them up to get them in here. And this is like super watching paint dry type stuff, but it is something that's very good to know. So like if you've never set up PI before, it's worth sticking around to kind of get an idea of what we're trying to do here. It's always a good idea. And we are gonna grab our command centers. Yeah, it is. I mean, hey, everybody loves that. Everybody loves watching the paint dry. And we're off. We do gotta have to get back through Jita. Out the other side. Because I already have a place where I want to go. I don't have a Tech 2 blockade runner, which I would prefer to have. But since we're just setting up, it's no big deal. When it's time to pick this stuff up, it's going to be fun doing it in this Badger. But I know enough. Now, here's the thing. High-sec systems don't produce as much as low-sec systems. Low-sec systems don't produce as much as null-sec systems. And wormholes, I don't know what the fuck they do. But I imagine it's something comparable to null-sec, right? We need to go here. I am going to go ahead and post this stuff up in a low-sec system. Just because I have some PI in a high sec right now. I just moved it from null to high for reasons. I just wanted to be closer to markets with it, and it was getting kind of difficult to get stuff out of null sec at this particular time. We're gonna fix it up. We're just using this extra guy to kind of subsidize what we need. I've got the guy. I have the planet slots, so we're gonna go ahead and do it. Yeah, and I could do the Poxfin thing, right? But I'm old school. Very, very old school. I just kind of want to do my space trucking until I get my jump freighter. Then we'll be good. We're gonna head to this place next.
Warp drive active.
You know what? We do need to have this pulled back up still, because we are gonna need this a few times. PI tool. Perfect. I don't know if this thing's completely safe, but I use the hell out of it. That's awesome. Awesome little web widget for planning out your PI. Yeah. I don't have a jump freighter yet. It's actually going to be a while till I can even sit in one, let alone do anything else. And then be able to afford one, for God's sakes. It's going to be, because I'm going to be spending the first 2 billion on a barge. So yeah, that's going to happen. Oh, wait, which one is it? It's supposed to, hold on. Well, we'll jump here first. If not, we'll jump back. I think I jumped to the wrong spot. They both start with an I, so or L. Yeah, an I. So I don't know which one it is. We're just gonna go. Oh, did it stop? Okay, cool. Let's look at the map here. Or did the game just freeze? Is everything broken this weekend? This one goes to. Don't want to go there. Not that one. Don't think it's that much. I think. Yeah. All right. There we go.
Warp drive active.
Are jump fighters dead? All I have to do is because I do have a good pipe I can run, but all I have to do is get stuff to a O5 system, right? And then I do my blockade runner all through high sec. I could do blockade runner all through nullsec and all of that stuff, but when you're doing volume like big stuff, it's just no fun. Well, where I'm gonna be doing it'll be fine for me, right? Absolutely fine. I have a very specific use for it, and it's not. I'm not gonna be like
Active.
trying to dock up in Jita or any major marketplace. I have a very specific. I'm just getting. Essentially, all I have to do is get to a place where, like, from null to low. Because once I'm in low sec, my blockade runner is very unlikely to have any issues.
Inconceivable!
Heretical Coffee just subscribed with Prime.
Oh, with Prime, dude, you only get one Prime. And I'm not streaming next weekend. You're getting poor value for money, my friend. Very poor value for money, but thank you very much. That's awesome. Thank you, sir. All right. Now we're going to just go ahead and dock up somewhere so we can plan ahead.
Drive active.
See what we're going to do. Let's see if we can even get off the gate. 'Cause we are in the low sec system now. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. They're all here just doing their, Tech 2 production. They let anybody in and out of this gate. Well, cool. Cool beans. So thank you very much. In 6 more months, I'll get a $50 payout, I'm sure. Because in my first 6 months, I'm like at $25. So in 6 more months, I might be at $25 more and maybe get my first payout. I mean, I know everybody says it, but like I have like a real job. So this is definitely a hobby for me. But I do try to be consistent on the weekends when I can. Just for people like you that do every once in a while, drop a little bit of money on me. I try to give you some value. Thank you very much. Awesome. Yeah, I work a lot. I work a whole lot. Vinny thinks I'm always drunk. It's like, no, I'm always doing six things at once, but I always keep him in the background. That's what happens. All right, so now we're in a system. We want to go ahead and I don't have PI pulled out on this guy, so we'll just go ahead and do it from here. And we want to look at systems in here. We're going to do a planet and a storm. I mean, a lava and a storm. Let's look at the planetary. Got to get our scan out. And actually, we're going to go ahead and switch views just for a little bit. So we can take a quick peek at this here. And our lava is going to be transmitters. So we want crystals. It's kind of interesting. This and this actually correspond, but you have to have this to make this. And then you have to have this to make this. But once you create both of these items with the single raw material, you can combine both of those and get a transmitter. Same idea for the storm planet when we get to that. I am curious. I've already bought the lava, but I am curious just real quick. I didn't check for plasma planet. Although I did like that. That lava planet when I checked it out earlier, just in case. All right, good. So lava and storm are good enough, and they're both really close to each other. That's fine. I processed about 150 cases yesterday. Holy smokes. Now, is that like one form for each case, or is that like a packet you have to drop? How's that work? Because if it's a packet, good lord. If it's just like one form for each case, that seems fine. My goodness. No fun for sure. So for the Slava planet, we know we want crystals and we want the plasma, right? Suspended plasma and our crystals. So we got to scan it out. It's looking pretty good. Get to a point. We want them both to be fairly close to each other. So there's my crystals. Take information from leasing ledgers and input it into a form, then print. So do you have processing that creates the packet for you just when you fill in the form part inside of the software? That I'm still thinking old school. Like, oh my god, I had to fill out, you know, 6 forms in triplicate and then staple them all together, put them all in a folder. But still, that's 150 is still a lot. 150 of anything is a lot. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. All right. So at this scan resolution, I like what I'm seeing. Let's see. Let's come down here. Because I could have swore, yeah, look at this. Nice little, because the crystals are going to be the least amount we have. So I like this red spot with the crystals. See, but we're not going to have as much plasma, but we want to keep it kind of close to even anyways. Yeah, there's always issues. That is true. All right, so non-CS is right there, and we only have a light orange and then plasma. So we're going to drop a command center about right there. Let's go ahead and do that. We do have to undock. Morons. Oh, they're morons when it comes to business too. My wife and I have been living in this apartment here. I can't even count how many years. It's still in single digits, but like barely. And then the apartment complex itself since 2012. You know, never ever missed a month's rent. We're like perfect people. You'd think they would want to keep us around. they haven't upgraded this apartment yet, and they want to upgrade it. So they're like, well, you have to move out of that apartment. But we don't want to. Well, you have to move out. We're going to upgrade it. So we're like, fine. We're going to go ahead and just move back to Houston. Because we don't want to, it's just, yeah, it's shitty. It's like, we don't want to move. If you're going to make us move, we'll just go somewhere else. It's like, are you kidding me? All right, so we are now inside of. You have to be outside the station when you do this. Pop this open. We have our lava planet. I don't know if it saved my spot where I was. Son of a booger. All right, well, we know. Oh, it did. Good deal. And suspended plasma. I think I want my site right about here. That looks good to me. So we're going to build a lava command center. I'm going to plop that baby down right about there. Submit that. And we'll dock back up. Hopefully we're not too far away. It's going to be good to be back in Houston, though. I don't really care for Dallas that much, to be honest. Oh, okay. Well, while we're slow boating it back to the place, let's go ahead and take a quick peek at our storm planets. All right. And again, we saw this up just so we can look at this. We want reactive metals and water. So we got a scan. Base metals will make the base metals, reactive metals, aqueous liquids will make the water. Let's do water's gonna wow. Okay, yeah, this is gonna make a lot of CPUs, which CPUs are good things to sell as well. CPU coolers, that is. I kind of like right in here, I think. Let's actually go a little bit more. You know what? I'm changing my mind. I like right there. That looks good to me. Let's undock again. Perfect. Now we could go finally back to here. And for a fact, we're going to build that puppy right here. That looks good. Dock up. So now we finally get to start doing some things. And we finally get to start building out what we want our folks to do on these two planets that we have here. And you can set this up to where you can do it from forever away. I can manage my high-sec PI from my nullsec site where I hang out. So once you drop those stations, you can pretty much do this from once you build the skills up from almost anywhere. We're going to start with the lava first. And we already knew we were making transmitters, and we decided we were going to make sure we had a place where we could get crystals and plasma material. Pretty easy like. So let's go back to our scan. And we wanted these two down here at the bottom. So we know we kind of want to have it pulling from a place up there, and this one will have it pulling from down here. So that's fine. In order to extract materials, you need the lava extractor control unit. Go ahead and place one here. Now here's the thing. You want these as close to the command center not as much as, but like as close to, like, you want your connections to be short. I don't know how true or false that is. That's just what I've been told. So you kind of want everything close together. So we're just going to say make everything as close together as you can. Now, we have 2 extractors here, and we're going to go ahead and set up a quick little storage facility. Now, let's go ahead and cover something real quick. All the command center does, it's used for upgrades. So I can upgrade. I could go up to level 4 here. We're going to go ahead and do that. And what that does is it gives you more CPU and power. The more CPU and power you can use, the more facilities you can place here. We're actually going to really deck this thing out. I don't actually have to have any connections from any of my items to the command center. I kind of like just having it there in the middle there. But we are going to go ahead and create links between these items and the storage center. We're also going to want a launch pad. This makes it cheaper and easier to get items on and off planet. So I'm going to go ahead and put that there. And we'll just create a link between storage center and the launch pad so we can get our materials from the storage center to the launch pad. Now, we'll go ahead and work on extracting some materials. Now we want to get our crystals first. So we'll go ahead and choose crystals here. It pulls up the scan that we've got. I'm going to go ahead and install quite a few of these. I think we should be able to get 4 for each one. We'll see. It'll be fine. And I'm going to set this up. I'm lazy. I only want to look at this every 2 weeks, right? Because you have to reset this as time ticks away. Now you can really, if you look at the charts over here, you could really like min-max this. I'm actually going to, we don't want any overlap, but we want it to be very close. I'm going to tuck these, I need one right in the middle there to get the most out of this. All right. So we'll min-max one of these. We'll really look. So over here, you can see the total we're going to get. 634. 3. That looks good. Then the rest we'll just kind of tuck around and try to keep it in the yellow. That looks good. Right here, you'll see I'm barely overlapping. You see where that says 1%. So that's good. This one's still overlapping slightly. It's good. And actually, I kind of liked where that one was, but we'll tuck him in right there. Perfect. And we could go ahead and start getting materials. Now we're going to route this to our storage section. And you can't route it until you have the link set up. So we have that set up. Why is it not routing? I could have swore I said create route, but I don't. Well, maybe there's nothing there yet. Let's just make sure. It's a flashing red. Route. Create route to the storage center. There we go. Create route. Perfect. Now this side, we're going to go ahead and set it up for plasma. Now we're going to have a bunch of extra plasma. We had what, 600,000 over there? Let's just do 2 of these for now. At 2 weeks. We kind of want to make it as even as we can. Right now it's only giving me 388. We'll add another one. Let's put one of these right in the middle. All right, let's go with, oh, I got a little overlap. You know, I need to uncover the chitty chat here. Okay, yeah, you want to keep the links close together. Like I said, I know somebody somewhere told me keep everything as close as you can. Don't be silly. So we just believe them, and it seems like it's been working out. 5, 6, 7. So this is still a bit less. I was hoping we could get away with one less here, because now we're going to have extra. We always have some surplus of something. You can sell the extras on the market, but these lower level ones don't sell quite as well. Try to get more of the red from there. Trying to save some juice and just we'll probably just do 3 of these. We'll check out that other one just to see. $566. We're like 100,000 short. Are these both? Okay. We're gonna go ahead and go with that. We're fine. Let's create our route. I'm gonna put that into the storage center. I usually just use one storage center for everything. One to rule them all, right? So now that we've got this stuff pumping into here, we can go ahead and create the basic materials that we're going to need. All right, and I'll also put one. I usually like to keep them close to the other ones. Let's just go ahead and submit that. Let's create our links. We don't have anything to put in here yet, but as soon as these are done, oh, let's submit this first. Submit. Which these will be done in, looks like it's a 4-hour cycle. Yeah, once those are finished, we'll have items we can put into here. So, but we do have these linked up. So once we have the materials coming from these that are in here, we can go ahead and create these initial items. So we'll go ahead and put the recipe in here. So we know we want the crystals. And since we have this extractor over here, just to make it easy for me to remember, go ahead and keep the crystals on this side with this. It's still going to be flashing red because we have no raw materials to push in here to get the crystals out. So same thing on this side. We know we want the plasma. We'll make plasmoids with that. Same idea. As soon as we get raw materials in here, we can route that this way, and we can get we'll have the secondary material, if you will, the better crystals and the better plasma. We'll call it refined crystals, refined plasma. And once we have both of those, we're going to be able to create our more advanced product, which in this case, we were wanting the transmitter. Now, at this point, if you wanted to, you could do 2 links, but I still just stick with the one. You could have one that goes straight to the launch pad with your final product, or you could go ahead and, what's the word I'm looking for? I'll just do what I'm doing here. Since I already have a link to the launch pad here, I don't need to have, it's redundant. So I usually just show everything. Let's just say it that way. Create our link, submit. There's a couple different ways to set this up. I like it this way. That way everything, my storage is my central repository for everything. You do have to expedite transfers and stuff, but that's how I do this. Now, I do have extra juice. It's very possible I might set up more of these secondary, depending on how much. Eventually I can come in and adjust this, is what I'm saying. But for now, I'm just doing something basic to see what I can get out of here. And then also decide like, oh, maybe I want to make something different or something along those lines. Add some other raw material and create some other secondary product from that. So I don't want to do too much right now. All I want to do is make sure I get the first component for my guidance systems. I might even set up the guidance system production facility here as well. And once I get the products from the storm planet, which will be the next thing we do. We can't really do anything yet right now. It's not going to be 4 hours until this will start producing things. And then there'll be what, like 2 hours after that. I can't remember how long it takes for these to actually produce items that we can route to here. And then we can take our final product, route it to the storage. Once this starts getting plenty of the transmitters inside of there, did I set my, I didn't set this yet. Just so we make sure this is for transmitters. And so those crystals and the plasma come in here to create transmitters. We can't actually create that route, so that's cool. Let's create the route. Submit. Did I create this route yet? I did not. Just so we already have it done. So all we have to do is get the inflows. So we'll get both of those inflows with raw materials. And once those produce, it'll throw it right back into our storage. And once we have those 2 refined products to put into here, we'll start creating our transmitters. Easy peasy. Let's do the same thing with our storm planet. This is showing like not complete right now because we don't have the raw materials to complete our inputs for both of the refined materials, and we don't have the refined materials to make the transmitter yet. Once we have all those inputs set up, this will stop flashing on us. And after 2 weeks, this will start flashing because our extraction will need to be reset. That's why I set it for every 2 weeks. Because I'm lazy. I don't want to play with this that much. I just want it to sit there and make me money. That's really all I wanted to do. All right. I wanted this and this. Yeah. Either one and either place is fine. Cool. I usually like to try you can min max this as much as you want. Usually like to keep one on one side, one on the other. And if I have other things, still one on one side, one on the other. Kind of, it's just easier for my brain to work with it because it can get very confusing. Like, which one of these is doing what? That's going to be good enough. I kind of wish, no. It's fine. I'll have plenty of stuff. I don't need to get greedy. It's fine. All right, and we want a storage unit. I forgot this guy had this much PI already set up. I did not know it. And launch pad. I saw 2 planets. I didn't know I could do level 4. Okay, yeah, let's we'll fix that real quick. This is why you want to upgrade your command centers. Just gonna do it all. Because we have the money, we have the skills. We're gonna do it. Launch pad. And eventually we want to maximize this. Let's go ahead and submit. Let's create our links. Good. Then let's go ahead and start. You know what? Let's just build the basic facilities we know we're going to want. You could also run this straight into the... There are lots of things you could do. There are lots of ways to do this. This one is mine. I still suggest this way because the storage can always store extra stuff where these don't have as much storage. All right, so we have that and that. We'll install our things there. Let's do an advanced one. Just plop that guy right here. Also create the link. and submit. We want this one to be, doesn't really matter which one. Let's do the water. And again, I like it to be 14 days. And let's do like 4 of those. This is in my way. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have way more of these than we have of the others. That's fine. Let's go ahead and start. Silly. Try this again. No. Just trying to create the route here. There it is. And we'll submit that. Perfect. This one is going to be our metals. 2, 3, 4. Just get this down here out of our way. You know what? These actually can go all the way up to there. Forgot about that. Oh well. We might restart our water ones. Doesn't really matter. We kind of want it just to be close to the same, which these will be. That one's. $901. I like it. Let's go ahead and start. Create our route. This one's going to be way more easy than the other one was too. Perfect. We'll go ahead and get our plans and everything in. Let's hit submit. To these, which this one's going to be water. What? 101. Install. We'll go ahead and create that route. Create route. And submit. Hopefully, I'll make sure. Yep, good. This one, reactive. Let's make sure. The base. Let's just make sure. And submit. I think there's only one metal that this can have. Yeah, okay, that is the base metal. It's good. I didn't think I would mess up that badly, but just wanted to double check. Same idea here. We just have to wait for our raw materials to come in to create our refined materials. Once we have refined materials, both of those will come in here. Make our CPU coolers. Install. Great route. Here. So then all we have to do is once we get the materials in here, route them to here, get the refined ones, and then once we have those refined ones, we route them to there. Bob's your uncle. We start making money. We still have the one other thing, which is our guidance systems. I don't know if I want to put it here yet or on the other one. This one is using. You know what? We're going to go ahead and put that on the lava planet. Reason being, I have a little more extra headroom over here, that other place is going to be cranking out CPUs, which is fine. We can have extra CPUs to create. So I logistics reasons, I want it here. I wish I could. I'm going to have more CPUs in the other place. So I'm going to drop what I need in here and have surplus that I can sell. And that one's using more power. This is using less. And it just makes more sense to grab the CPUs from there to drop it here since I have surplus over there. Just makes sense in my own brain. Maybe not anyone else's. But we do know our final result for all of this is the, let's create a link, guidance systems. So let's just submit that. Oh, come on, man. Create link. Okay, I didn't see it. Okay, cool. It's there. Let's not create link. Let's just get in here. Set up our recipe. Have our guidance systems. We're going to install it. Let's create a route. Then we'll submit. You always have to click submit on this as well. After a while, you can just get used to it. Once it's submitted, it's good. This still isn't perfect. It probably would be better if this were up top and these were closer to the storage units. But I just kind of like the way that looks. As long as everything's nice and tight there, you're good enough. You're going to be fine. Don't be too concerned. You just don't want shit spread out all over the place, which I do have in some cases. Like on gas planets, it tends to happen more often than not, where the resources are so spread out. If you really want to have a consolidated system where you're not always dropping things into the gas planet and you want to get all of the materials sourced from that planet, it tends to be a little more spread out and the links are far away and not as efficient. But I think it's more efficient than taking the stuff from another planet, dropping it off onto the gas planet. It just creating all of the raw materials right here seems to be easier. It's one stop. It uses less user input. And to me, that seems to be the best case scenario if you could ever do that. But that is the basic setups of a PI system. Let's let's get this guy back into Jita because we could finish him up from there. Let's set a destination. Undock. The best thing about the PI systems is they're passive, right? They just sit there and make ISK. That's all they do. In this case, I have a specific use for what I'm building as well. The extra water-cooled CPUs, those are going to sell just fine. But the guidance systems, I'm going to use those to make my drones with. Right? Drones sell well, so it's good to have those guidance systems. At least in my brain, I haven't made a drone in a while. I want to say they use guidance systems. I should probably, when I jump back in, we're going to check that, as a matter of fact. I didn't even think. But guidance systems will sell just as well, too. Even if at a lower price. People always say. Let's, when we jump back on the main, we shall see.
Warp drive active.
Man, usually low-sec people are like mean as fuck, but I've noticed that particular system doesn't seem, they're all just industry people in there. So if you ever feel like hunting, just jump your ass on in there. You'll catch somebody sleeping. Actually, I think the reason why is a lot of those people are seasoned industry people, and hunters never catch anybody sleeping in there. I think that's really what the case is. The reason I set it up specifically there, because this guy could go through, collect all the stuff, and there's a station, a Tech 2 processing station that I use inside there. And that way I could just contract it all to that station, drop everything off there, contract it out to my main, and all the reaction stuff that I have to do and PI, I could just grab it all at the same spot. Easy breezy, right? So, I'll go over that as well. Because I'm just gonna get this guy docked up, then we'll jump on the main, kind of look at his PI that's set up. Again, I am not the end all be all of this, but just an idea. I still have some headroom there where I could do some stuff too that I haven't decided what I want to do with. I might still move his PI back to null because I'm getting not much stuff out of high sec. I'm surprised how big the difference is. Uh, the low sec stuff seems okay, but null, man, you just get so much PI out of that. It's almost too much though. That's the thing. Because I do have a better pipeline out of null now. I figured ways in and out of there, but it can get spicy. And whenever you'd like have limited time, you're wanting to just get in and do some space trucking, and it's just too spicy at the time. It's I don't know, one of those things. Oh, come on, man. Let's go. Tick 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 tick. He's back in his missile boat. Let us log off of here. Okay, fine. Let's log off of here. We do want to go ahead and let's hope this doesn't tank everything. Turn all those back on. Probably will when I first turn it on. And especially when I get into the upwell station, it's gonna be all kind of jittery and skittery and all kinds of craziness. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, so this is what we woke up into this morning. Right? The ally joined the war. Oh, there should be more. Well, and that's this. Like I said, I have nothing to do with this. It surprised me. I'm like, oh, it's a lower part of that. Okay, fine. Well, that as soon as we're done here, we might go have some fun as well. Let's the tick tick tick. Let's do PI. Take a peek at it. So this one here, I make fuel blocks for my Tech 2 reactions. I do have some extra transmitters because, hey, I always like to have transmitters, but mainly I set this one up initially just for the enriched uranium. Same idea, kind of have it all tucked in here. And we have transmitters and uranium coming out of this particular site. Because transmitters are always good to have for Lord knows what. This one here, I have it set up mainly just for the polyamerids. I like making cloaky stuff, and you need that. I have an extra planet that I have to use. I pulled the polyamerids out of here in order to move to another planet And I do have some extra headroom here, but I'm not using it yet because I use, like I said, I like to have an idea of what I want to build. I don't want to just build it willy nilly. Here's idea of the gas planet where shit's just spread out all over the place. Not super efficient, but I do get the what is this one? The coolant. I want to say, yeah, the coolant that I need. I want to say I need that for my fuel blocks. And then I have this oxidized compound that's also used to create. I have to take the compound from here, drop it off at the temperate planet to get the polyamerids, and then I have to take the polyamerids from there and drop them off to get the cloaking device plans, which are I just made fertilizer here because I had a bunch of extra crap. So I'm like, I make fertilizer. And it's the only other great thing I could make out of that. So the polyamerids with this radioactive livestock makes this hermetic membranes, which are used for cloaking shit, right? It is perfect. This is very slow producing. And actually, these two down here, these the low sec planets, they're actually not producing as well as I thought they would either. But what am I making here? The main thing I want to get out of this are construction blocks, which are used in so many shipbuilding things. And I get the miniature electronics out of that as well. Just because miniature electronics are used in a lot of blueprints. Good to have. This one is where I make my robotics, which I also need to make my fuel cells that I use. Well, fuel cells are used for lots of things. I use them to create my Tech 2 stuff, which is in the same system we just did that PI in. I don't know if I can reach my Tech 2 stuff from here. We'll take a quick peek just for grins. I don't know if we can set it up and complete anything here. Hey, I got that stuff. That's good. This was all from scratch. So I got the moon goo. I did the primary reactions, the secondary reactions, and I brought the materials to the place and built the Vermite carbide composite armor. It's used in tons of shipbuilding BPs. Created it all from scratch. That feels freaking good. So it saves a lot of money. Those things are expensive. And the good thing about that is it's portable at that point because I can take those reactions anywhere I need to. Just move the moon goo to the place and then move that BP because those armor plates can take up a lot of room. So you can move that around as needed and create those any place you can do reactions essentially. It's perfect. It's nice. You know what? We should go ahead and I know you know, but you know this stuff goes on YouTube too. So hey, blueprints, reactions. When I'm talking about the fuel blocks, every reaction you have takes fuel blocks. Fuel blocks are built from blueprints, and you'll see kind of a little bit of the madness behind what I'm doing there. Uh, you need the robotics, you need the uranium, you need the mechanical parts, which are also used to create robotics with. I just set it up to where I get extra of these mechanical parts out as well as the surplus. And there's our coolant. Oxygen, that was one other thing we were creating on the gas planet. I forgot. And this is why everybody loves ice, right? Everybody loves ice. Not now. You need the isotopes specifically for jump freighter stuff, but the big thing is creating these fuel blocks. Need these fuel blocks to make Tech 2 mats. It's that simple. Fuel blocks, moon goo. You get Tech 2 stuff out of it. Now there was one thing I wanted to check. I don't know if I have any Tech 2 drone stuff right now. We can, because after everything I did this morning, I'm like, did I build the right thing? Did I really? Let's do. Actually, we might have to do it this way. Tracks. Blueprints. So, what to sell? What to say? Blueprint. Copy. How about this drone? Let's just say all for now. That's not exactly what I want. I'm wanting just standard drones. Do they not have? Drone damage. Drone. Let's just go drone upgrade. Let's see if maybe that's going to give us what we're looking for. Not exactly. We might have some drone stuff in here. Here we go. Let's go with a. Look at this. It's not exactly what I'm looking for, but. Oh, it's not a Tech 2 one though. Son of a biscuit eater. I mean, who buys these packs of stuff like this? I don't know. Who's gonna go? Are you gonna go through and do all of the math and see if this is worth what they're trying to sell it for? I don't know. I'm not doing that. Who on God's green earth? Okay, I didn't see any Tech 2 stuff in there. Just looking for a Tech 2 drone. That one's more manageable. You could probably do some math on that to see if it's worth it. I don't think so. I didn't take a big long look. There might have been some really good juicy things in there. Now I'm super curious, and I have to know. There has to be a better sorting thing than what they're giving me here. Okay, here's. I don't care about logistics drones. What are those other ones called? Are they scout drones? Okay, I know what how they're doing this now. Salvager. Just where they were called scout drones. You'd think it would just be under drones. Let's go with light drone. Light fighter. Let's look at logistics drone. That's fine. Oh, nothing found. Of course. You know what? I need to start building those. I have the blueprints. I have the technology. I don't know if mining drones take that. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go. Hold up. I guess I have to look at that first. Information. Components, microprocessor. See, this one says robotics. Which one? I already have robotics. For some reason, I could have swore. See, these are just mining ones, so let's try to find. We're just going to read these little by little. Okay. I find the drones I am looking for. I mean, I'm not sad about the guidance systems, but I really thought they were for light fighter. I want to say that's for a capital ship. We'll take a quick look. Come on, man. Yeah, those are the ones for the capital ships. Fine. Just 6 drones were doing me no good. Drone, mining laser. What I need to do is go out and do some mining so I could build some more mobile mobile tractor units. Those were selling really good down in Null. I wish I could remember the name of those. Let's look at it here. Drones. Are they called combat? Okay, light scout drones, but maybe combat drones? Did I skip it? Did I skip it? Go back to C. Combat drone. Perfect. Nothing. Nothing? That can't be right. There we go. Vespa will work. Okay, yes. Guidance systems and robotics. I had a good feeling I knew what the hell I was talking about. I was getting nervous there for a second. Like, am I wrong? I don't have superconductor rails. Vespa 2s do sell good. Not an industry. I do want blueprints. Wow. Okay. I'll have to do a search on that and see if I can find that later. Interesting. Good to know. Perfection. We do want to do. Just leave it be. Dr. Oh, because I'm out here. I need to be. I'm curious. I should have made a note of that. Let's do that real quick. Superconductor rails blueprint. Let's go with. Let's. So new folder. Keys. This will be a new thing. Hey. How do we drag this in? Keeps on grabbing the whole screen. There we go. No. It's okay. We'll just type it in general. Why is it not letting me type it here? Oh, maybe that's my problem. New note. Oh, for goodness gracious sakes! Cancel. Let's delete that folder. Let's just put it in their main. New note. EPs. That'll work. Okay. That works. I'm curious as to if I want to jump up there. Should we do some space trucking? Hold on. Leave ship. Wait. We don't want to do boo-boos. No boo-boos. I should have a safe pipe out of here, but we're gonna... This is how mistakes are made, right? We don't do that here. There we go. We are just going to... When you're space trucking, you don't need anything special. Alright, let's... fairly certain I have some stuff that I can move here. As a matter of fact, I have some PI. Kind of goes along with the theme here that we can get back up the high sec. We aren't going to go here. We're going to take a detour though. We're not going to go as the crow flies here. We have our own special way we're going to go. Doesn't look like... Let me take a quick peek outside the door here. Now there was some action, so let's make sure. Looks like I can work fairly safe. I'm gonna go ahead and take a peek at the gate. If I could get through this, we will be golden. Tick, and we're good. Let's go.
Warp drive active.
Gonna take a couple of different gates here first, because we're taking the back roads, right? We're taking our back roads to high sec. Essentially what we're doing. When you're smuggling moonshine, you don't do it on the highway, right? You're out on the dirt roads doing your thing. Oh, computer restart. Maybe after this we'll do that. We just want to get this back. You know what? We can't. I am not smuggling this into Jita today, though. I actually really need to watch my SN high sec. People are going to be pissed. There's going to be people all over. You know, I think those guys, I don't think they're set up to deal with us anyways. I know for the most part, like Black Flag and Escape from Jita, people like those, you're usually only have to worry about getting in and out of Jita. Maybe one or two systems besides that, but other than that, it's not that big of a deal. I don't know what I'm in for right now, though. So this is actually a good little test run, right? All I have right now is the cost of the ship and not even 20 million worth of goods. So we'll be fine. See, the route already did redirecting, and now she's got us on the back road route. She knows where we're headed. It's good news. Good news. That's the only thing I hate about the Prowler is the fact that everywhere I fly in her, she's cloaked. I can't see how beautiful she is. Here, we'll take a quick peek at her while we're decloaking to jump. See, we don't even get to see. Don't even get to see. I mean, we gotta take a good look at this. She's got a beautiful skin on her. Let's take a peek at her right now. Look at that. Look at that. Look, it even has like pink coming out the tailpipes there. This is a beautiful ship. I don't care what anybody has to say. I think it's the most beautiful ship in the game. Yep. Most of the time with the regular skin, it's still beautiful. It just has blue. More of it. You could see the blue in here, but it kind of goes pink with this particular skin. Yeah. There we go. Let's get going though. That's enough of that. You're supposed to be cloaked. Let's go. Let's put a bag over your head. I like this route here. It is like way out in the country, right? We're really going around the bend to get to where we need to go. I tend to, in the high sec area that I frequent to, is kind of like, it's in the exurbs, we'll call it. It is definitely in the exurbs. But I haven't done this since this morning. Like I said, I woke up to a bit of a surprise. I think they should have done that like 24 hours ago, because it looks like we're a bit behind the 8 ball there. Right? Just a little bit behind the 8 ball. Can't do anything until a bit later. Yeah. Kind of missed the bus. I think they were trying to keep it on the down low. So that's a thing. I'm just letting everybody know ahead of time. Apparently, maybe I'm not supposed to. People like me are the reason. The reason nobody knew. OPSEC, right? Oh damn. All right. I'm fairly certain, since goons were apart, everybody knew my alliance was going to be part of that as well. There's, I don't know what you would call it. It's not, we don't get along, but we don't not get along. There are times when we find things we can agree on. Like, fuck frat, for one. That's something that we definitely agree on. I know they're not totally happy with Pandemic Horde. For us, they're just like content for us, so we really don't mind them. I know they fucking hate them. So. They're starting to become a bit of an issue, though, right? That's one of the reasons it got really difficult for me to move larger things in and out of Nullsec. It was Pandemic Horde specifically, but having fights is more fun than me being able to move my shit back and forth. That's why I'm just like, I kind of felt it's better to have all of my original BPs in an NPC station, no matter how much more time it takes, no matter how much more it costs me, and I'll just keep copies out in the areas where I need the copies, wherever I want to build stuff. I do need to get more reactions back out to Null. Right now, all of the reactions are near high sec, since that's where I'm doing most of my building right now. But I do need to get start building back in Null right now, especially because the ships, they don't sell in high sec. They're not selling. I have a Munin that's been sitting there, not selling at all in high sec. I mean, it's not. It costs a lot to make that shit, so it's not like it's super expensive. But the market that close to Jita, essentially, just and like I have a Prowler there, not selling at all. Prowler might be a little high price, but you know, it costs me a lot to make that shit. Eventually, I might just move that shit back out to null. Hey, who's a blinky red?
Warp drive active.
Alright, so what did we have in here again? We might sell these polytextiles. Ooh, we do want to drop these off inside the place where we make the membranes for cloaky items. And we'll want to keep that oxygen. I mean, I might sell some of the surplus, but we're not selling shit today. We're not selling shit for a couple of weeks, not even a Genius. I shouldn't say that. I could contract it to my alt solve all problems, right? So the guy I was just doing the PI with, I could contract it off to him and have him bring his badger down and gather up what's needed. That's always an option if I want to sell some stuff. That's another thing. I built a Noctis here, it didn't sell. I built a Porpoise here, it didn't sell. Where both of those would have sold in Null Sack. I shouldn't say it wouldn't sell. It wouldn't sell at a price I wanted to sell it for. So.
Warp drive active.
Perfection. Only a couple of jumps out now. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Go, 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 go.
Warp drive active.
Tick, 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 tick. Takes us a bit. This is space trucking law. Wonder if for the return trip we should take it through the.
Warp drive active.
That's the spicy pipe. That sounds so wrong, but maybe we should. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I want to. I don't want to lose a prowler, to tell you the truth. I was messing around the other day and almost did, because I only have an interdiction nullifier 1 on this thing.
Warp drive active.
Apparently, it didn't help me with the situation I was in. So, but I was able to cloak up, and I redirected my ship and made it out of the bubble. It was spicy there for a little bit. It's a little spicy. I think they thought I was just bait, though. So.
Docking permission requested.
They could have swarmed me and killed me. And I had Mungu. They didn't know I had Mungu, but I had Mungu. And that would have been a bad day. I've lost prowlers before, though. It's not. And sometimes it was because of greed or being in a hurry. It's always something stupid. Oh, sorry, we're gonna do this first. Since this is kind of a PI thing, let's go ahead and this particular recipe here takes these polyamerids, so we're gonna just go ahead and warp to that. While we're going there, we're gonna pre-open our customs office so that we have that open. we'll have this ready to drop that right off in there. Cloak up just because I don't think there's nobody I would need to worry about. Let me just drop that in there and we get the hell out. Where's this back? Let's pump this up. Back to station.
Warp drive
Get in,
active.
get out, profit. That's the story. Don't even play around in high sec with PI. I don't think you're safe. Right? Don't think that you're safe. Let's go ahead and since we dropped this off inside there, we're going to go ahead and do a transfer.
Docking permission requested.
And we're sending that to the storage. And that's going to start making more shit
Docking
for me.
request accepted.
Perfect. Let's see. I think that pretty much takes care of all of the PI things I would ever worry about, be concerned about. Kind of shows everybody everything that they need to know. And you should know how to do this if you need to, and know what to build or why to build. Know why you're building something before you just start doing PI. That's my biggest advice. I do have a lot of packing and moving to do today, so we're going to be doing that. I really want to do some Minecraft 1.20 stuff. I might be doing that later tonight. There won't be any more Eve until like tomorrow morning. Not sure what I'm doing tomorrow morning yet though, but it might just be gathering resources, just some of the standard stuff. Minecraft tonight. I'm gonna try to make that happen. They have the new thing. I don't know if I'm gonna do. I'm good. It's gonna be new too. I'm gonna just start from scratch. I'm not gonna do my old world. I'm gonna start a new world. They have the new cherry trees. I don't know if I want to do a cotton candy pink freaking huge palace or not. I might just do it. I might just do it for the meme. Just live in a cotton candy pink everything. Oh, we'll have to see. I'm considering it. It might be. I have my home base. It's like kind of normal, and then I just have a little thing out there. It's like, yes, and this is Rainbow Brightland or whatever. Right? So we'll see. We'll see. But that'll be tonight because I haven't had a chance to dive in there and play it at all yet. I've been, well, I'm fucking moving, dude. I'm busy. So, I other than Eve's my MMO. My survival games are Valheim and Minecraft. That's about all I have time for these days. Valheim should be releasing something new in what, another 5 years? How long does it take them to get anything done? But I love that game too. That does it for today. Until next time, let's enjoy the coming apocalypse together.